Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Panthers and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look here at the veteran under center, their seventh-year quarterback.
And they spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
Off play action. James rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins have regained the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready? Set, ready.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Let's go now. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Miami set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready, go!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Go! Ready, ready.
Off the play fake, James. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, sack! Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevenson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
Let's go! Ready?
Looking to throw. James. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Let's go now!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll field this at the 5. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
On the set. Sack! Put!
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Ready? Check go!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Off play action. James. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
3rd and 3. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So the flag thrown for the contact, mark off the yardage.
And sometimes you just read a hitch route way too fast. You get there
Here we
before
go,
you're
sack.
supposed to, and there's the penalty.
Ready, ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Cleveland. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Cleveland firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's James. Off the play fake. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Off play action. James. Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cleveland. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Cleveland. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
Okay, ready?
Here's 3rd and 7.
Come on, set.
Operating from the gun. Cleveland escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. James throwing to start the drive. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Cleveland. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cleveland. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Cleveland. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. James now throwing to start the drive. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Matthews. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Come on, set. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Cleveland. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Looking to throw. Cleveland. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way. These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on, so plenty can still happen.
On first, it's Matthews again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's go now.
Again, it's Matthews. Nifty move. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Set. Check go.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ready. Go.
To throw is James. Off play action. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Now James. Off the play fake. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And this one is right through. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That is incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. That's pulled in at the 32. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. James. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Slot man moves right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Let's go now.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a first carry for their fullback. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Here's James operating from the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Stevenson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. James, off play action. A quick throw there is incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. A 2nd field goal here this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Cleveland. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Ready, break.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Cleveland. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this one is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's go now. Ready.
Off the play fake, James. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Off play action. James to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Back to throw. James. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On now the Miami field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Looking to throw. Cleveland. And he comes back with one complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. James. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Now the try here for the point after. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the gun on 3rd down. Cleveland. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready.
Now a give, right side, Matthews. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They stay on the ground with Matthews again. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions.
And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Commissioner Goodell atop the podium, handing the Lombardi Trophy to the Miami Dolphins. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions.